I wonder if I can auto-tune this.
I bet you can.
I'm gonna do it right now. Squee. That's beautiful. What up, people? It's One Frame Off. I'm Brody.
But I'm Jess.
I'm Rose.
We're all full of cinnamon buns and booze, and we're ready for another episode of One Frame Off.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah. Today we're doing things a little bit different, though. We don't have a movie, we don't have a video game, we don't have a TV show. Instead, we're doing something very real today. Rose, today, what have you done?
Well, okay, so history is stranger than fiction in a lot of ways,
Correct.
guys. And we often forget that, but are suddenly reminded by the weird, wacky shit that goes on. So today we're doing the first episode of Menagerie of History.
Menagerie of History.
Insert sound clip here, Brody.
I will, I'll put in the sound effect right now.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
But what is Menagerie of History? Are we just going to be talking about, like, all these funny historical things?
yes, some fun, some not so fun, some just interesting, some just downright depressing or weird. Today we're going to go and look at a couple of two different specifically, events, unsolved cases.
Right.
And we're also going to play a game throughout. I'm going to ask some questions. They're going to do some activities.
Yeah.
Try to guess a few things. See who gets it right. And like most things here, we're going to do it our way.
Yeah. We're like Sinatra,
Drunk.
baby. Drunk.
Jess, Brody, what are you guys drinking today?
I'm drinking a blueberry Carhop from Compass Rose. I've had it on before.
Yeah. Classic sour.
Yeah, it's good.
I got Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout.
Nice.
Tastes good. Right from the dragon's teat.
I have water today. I can't.
I'm going to cut that.
I can't drink today.
Don't.
Totally meant it.
You totally meant it. You can't
Balled
cut it
it
out.
up.
Yeah, it's just been hiding inside for years.
So we're gonna hear about two unsolved cases today. And Brody and Jess,
Cool.
before we started, rolled a die.
Yes.
We don't know what it means.
So
We were just told to roll a number.
I lost.
Yes, she did.
I think I think so.
Yeah,
I got a
so
6,
it
you
was
got a
to-
3. That could be good or bad.
So it was to see who would go first, who would pick the first topic, and who was gonna actually pick the point number that you guys need to lose.
Okay.
Two.
So
I don't understand.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Most games, you want the highest number of points.
Okay.
Flip that on its head, you want the lowest number of points today.
Just like golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golf rules.
Yeah, golf
Yeah,
rules.
pretty
Got
much.
this.
So Brody gets to pick the topic. Jess got to pick the number of points both of you start with. That's 36.
We both have 36
Fuck.
points at the
I
moment.
didn't know that's what I was picking. It just isn't. It's an aesthetic number.
But yeah, both of you start with 36 points.
Mm-hmm.
Your goal is to lose as many points by either getting the activity, questions, answers right, or being the closest to being right.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay. Do all of our answers need to be in the form of a question?
No,
No.
no.
Can we only guess one letter at a time?
No.
Yes.
Don't let him do that.
We're trying to take the usual podcast murder mystery genre and turn that into a game show. For your viewing pleasure. Or listening, I guess.
Yeah, they're not viewing anything right now.
No, you creeps. The only one viewing us is Larry. He's next door.
And Chris Pine.
And Chris Pine.
Yeah, Chris.
Oh, yes. My,
Chris Pine, the
is
plant.
there.
Chris Pine, the literal pine tree.
Yep.
Yes.
He's my corner buddy.
Yep.
While he's still living.
Chris
Wow, he's
Pine
still
is
living.
like, it's like you're Pat Sajak and Chris Pine is the woman.
I've had that tree for 3 years. I mean, almost 4 years. I can't believe I haven't killed it.
What's the name of the woman from Wheel of Fortune who does all the board work?
Oh, no clue.
I don't remember her name either. I just know she makes like millions of dollars.
As she should.
Yeah, I mean, like she's on
It's
America's
expensive
Game.
to live in California.
That's true. She puts up with Pat Sajak every day.
Is he still alive?
Barely. The wheel's still
I
spinning,
don't like
but the
Wheel of
hamster's
Fortune.
dead.
I enjoy Jeopardy a lot. Wheel of Fortune, not so much.
Jeopardy's dope.
Jeopardy's great. Everybody loves Jeopardy.
You can watch Jeopardy and chime
When Jeopardy
in whenever.
comes on when you're at a bar, it's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
Everybody joins in. No one's talking about war. Mm-hmm. We're all just terrible at Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Except for a few people that are just really good at it.
Except for all these college students who I've seen on right now. And some of them are good and some of them are bad.
Yeah, you gotta put bad ones in there for just, like, this is how you would be in this.
Yeah. No, it was funny. It was like there was some dude from like bumfuck Tennessee University up against like Penn State and Harvard, and he totally won. He looked like someone.
Yeah.
He looked like someone bleached Pete Davidson, and he was smarter than all of these Harvard phonies.
Well, yeah.
All right, guys.
From my understanding, and I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that it's just difficult to get into Ivy League schools, but the coursework is very similar to most other colleges.
Yeah.
Just from my understanding.
So, to start, we're going to, kind of like Jeopardy, but not quite. Brody's going to pick red or white, and then we're going to get started.
Okay. My options are red and white.
Yes.
I choose white.
All right. So today we're talking about the Borden house, the Lizzie
Okay.
Borden house. That's white. And red is the Axeman in New Orleans. So we're going to talk about that next.
I'm familiar with both of these stories.
I'm familiar with half of them. I won't say which one.
And
Me either.
your first question, you want to get your whiteboards out?
Oh, right. We have
Oh,
whiteboards.
yeah.
We're actually writing in our answers.
Yes, we are.
So you can't cheat and be like, oh, wait, no, I knew that.
Yeah, no. Okay. Question number 1. Rose, what do you got for us, Trebek?
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her father 40 whacks. When she'd seen what she had done, she gave her mother 41. Why is that incorrect?
Because Lizzie Borden didn't kill anyone. Do I have to write it down? I'm sorry.
Should we write it down?
Yes, you should write it down.
I'm growing a pig.
All right, I got my answer.
Hold on. I think Jess's answer is she didn't kill anyone. She
And
didn't
my-
use an axe. You're
My
both
answer
wrong.
was, I'm thinking maybe she didn't use an axe.
Is that what you wrote?
That's what I wrote,
That's
yeah.
what he wrote.
And you wrote what?
She didn't kill anyone.
Okay.
You're both wrong
Oh.
No, she didn't.
because Andrew Borden was struck with an axe 10 to 11 times.
I'm guessing Andrew Borden is the father in
He
this
is the
case.
father.
So instead of 40, it was 10 to 11.
Yep. And
I feel like 40 blows with an axe is a little excessive.
It would be really difficult
I think
for a
2
woman
or
to
3
do,
you're done
even though
for.
Lizzie Borden was a
40
broad
you're
bitch.
just kind of like pulverizing the guy a little bit.
just a little.
I'm broad.
But anyways,
And her stepmother, who was also living in the house, Abby Borden, she was struck 18 times.
18 times.
Clearly a crime of
18
passion.
times.
Yeah, that was definitely like I just kind of want to keep swinging after she's
Fun
dead.
fact though, she was young too. I think she was almost Lizzie's age or younger.
I just really need some like clarification, and maybe this could be breaking the rules. When was this Lizzie Borden nonsense going down? This is the
was
one
about to
I don't
introduce
know
you
about.
guys. Kind of the point of the riddle. So Lizzie Borden was actually still alive when the riddle was written and published in a newspaper.
Yeah.
She actually heard kids reciting it when she was alive. Like towards the very end of her life, she would hear kids out in the street. Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her father 40 whacks.
And she's just like,
hated
no, I didn't. It was like 5 or something.
It was like 10.
You kids.
But on August 4th, 1892,
Okay.
Fall River, Massachusetts, the bodies of Andrew and Abby Borden, were found hacked to death in their home. So,
With an axe.
yes, with an axe. One was downstairs in the living room on the couch. That was Andrew. And the other one was on the second floor in one of the guest bedrooms. That was his wife, Abby.
Okay.
Now, to establish everyone in the house, we have Andrew and Abby. We've also got Lizzie, her sister Emma, and their uncle John Morris. He's a going to be interesting in a minute.
And they're all living in the house at the same time, right?
They're all in the house, occupying the house, but there's also a housekeeper.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, for 1890s, that's pretty low.
Pretty stinky.
Used to, yeah.
That would be so stinky.
There's also the housekeeper, Maggie. She's
They're
in the
gonna
house
blame
as
Maggie.
well.
Maggie's got her hands full.
It's just like Knives Out.
Shit. Okay, so, yeah, Maggie was upstairs taking a nap.
Okay.
Lizzie is in the backyard. Dad is in the living room. Mom is in the upstairs. And the housekeeper, Maggie's like on the top floor taking a nap.
Okay.
So 2 people who aren't in the house right now are Emma and Uncle John. Right? Maggie comes running down the stairs and she's like in a frantic, oh my god, Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. What? What's going on? Come inside, you must see what's happened.
Yes.
They
you
come
must.
running back inside to see the body of her father dead on the couch with
Right.
hatchet marks all over his body, his skull crushed in. It's horrible. They go looking for dear old mom, and they're like, okay, so where's mom? Oh, I guess she's like upstairs or something. I'm sorry. Just upstairs or something? Your father was just hacked to pieces, and you're totally chill about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, whatever. They go upstairs, and they're hacked to pieces. She's like hacked to pieces as well. So she's like, oh my gosh, I guess we have to call the police. Yeah.
I guess.
This is literally how it happened. They're like, oh, I guess we have to call the police.
Right.
So,
Mrs. Lizzie and the housekeeper
yeah.
finding the both of them just like surprisingly axed.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what happens next, guys?
Ooh, well.
They call a doctor to examine the bodies.
And it's like, yep, that was definitely a bunch of axe wounds.
And they find
Just to review the information.
a bunch of bloody rags in the basement.
Just to review the information.
But my opinion stands that those rags were actually from her period.
They find bloody rags.
So a lot of women during this time used to clean their menstrual rags like in the basement with vinegar. Like that's just how you had to handle your period.
Okay.
DNA testing didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. They just found blood and was just like, yeah, gross. Get it out of here.
Exactly.
But yeah, Jess is right. So they get a doctor.
Yeah, you get points on that one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have assumed like the uncle came back and he was just like, oh golly, oh geez.
Well, the uncle does come back, and his claim was, oh geez, I was talking to the doctor. At the same time there's only one doctor in the town.
Right.
Same time the doctor was examining the bodies.
That's a little suspicious.
Just a little. Mind you, like, sister dearest Emma is just off on her own. I don't exactly know or recall where she's at.
Wasn't she married?
No. The sister is not married.
So they're both not married.
Yeah.
Lizzie was regarded as quite the spinster around town.
Ah.
Because how old was she?
She was like, I have it. Lizzie was 32 at the time, and her sister Emma was 41.
Yeah, so I'm, like, for reference, I'm 32 right now. But back in Victorian times, a woman unmarried and
Yeah.
alone at 32, like, you're a fucking spinster.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, now you wouldn't even get to that point until at least late 40s, let's be honest.
But it's like old world rules where
Exactly,
it's like
exactly.
a woman gets married and then moves away from the house
and
or
it's not,
otherwise.
so it's
they
not
just-
like she could really work that much if she wanted to either.
Yeah.
So she kind of just sat at home all day with her family. Tending
She could
to
have.
counting, I think, the pears off the pear tree or some shit like that.
Until, of course, she just walks in and, my God, look at them.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, Lizzie, remember, she's outside, and she's outside in the backyard.
Right.
Which means nobody could sneak in the house through the back of the house, because that's where she's at.
They would only have to come in through the front door.
But then the neighbors would have seen the person coming in.
Right.
So, a lot of speculation is on Lizzie and the housekeeper, because the housekeeper, remember, is inside the house in the, highest point. She's like in the attic, I think. They
Yeah.
had a
How big
spare
is the
room.
house?
It's not that big. It's only like 3 or 4 floors. Including the basement and the attic, it's like 4 floors.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, you can hear thumps and you can actually hear individuals on the 2nd floor if you're in the attic. So you can lightly hear it. There is some, like, noise transference between the floors.
Yeah, like it's not as well insulated as like the story would lead you to believe.
So Maggie, this housekeeper, was literally in the house when it happened.
She was literally in the house.
in a point where she could have heard
Yes.
any intruder.
Yes. So she could have heard it, and she was actually sleeping, like, either above or close enough to the room where the mother was found. Yeah. So
It was the butler and the housekeeper in this case.
I think the doctor helped do it too.
Really?
Yeah.
So there is one doctor in town.
Right, doctor.
Yep. And he examined the bodies. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, though, he's actually, somebody had to go fetch him, though. Because he was in a different part of town, Jess. In a completely different area.
I'm not saying he was there when the murders were committed. I just think he helped.
He helped?
Yeah.
How did he help?
I don't know. I just think so.
Let's
I used
see.
to know, if I'm being honest with you. I just, like, can't fucking remember. But I used to have a really big, like, conviction to, like, the doctor fucking helped. Like, stuff about his reportings were just kind of inaccurate, if I
the whole
believe
thing
correctly.
is inaccurate as well, because Lizzie also burned a dress. Like, within, like, a week after this incident,
Okay.
Lizzie actually burned a dress. And they claimed that it wasn't the dress that she wore on that day.
Right. So that kind of expunges the idea that it was covered in blood and she just had to get rid of it.
Well, she claimed that she got it, she got something on the dress and had to burn it, which was a common
There was a
practice.
spider in there and there was no other option. You just had to burn that whole
you
dress.
gotta burn that shit. No, so it was actually common practice to burn the dress.
Because of eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs?
Spider eggs just hidden everywhere.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just easier to just burn it and get rid of it.
I was joking about the spider.
No, that is legitimate.
That's legitimate?
Yes.
My God.
Like eggs and other bugs, dude, get all up in that fabric.
Yeah, okay. Baby spiders.
Unless you can
yeah.
afford, like, cedar-lined closets or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You would have
Well,
at
cedar
least-
keeps moths
I guess
away.
this is 1890s. It's all different there.
Yeah, you would want to have at least one cedar chest or something for your most valuable fabrics. Mm-hmm. But another perpetrator. So we talked a little bit about the brother.
Right.
Now there is a will in question.
There always
Ooh.
is.
There always is. Do you guys know how much in today's standards would Andrew Borden, like what his net worth would have been?
Is this something you want us to write down?
Yes.
Um,
Don't say
You're
it.
talking about today money, right?
Today money.
Today money. Is it time to show off?
Yes.
All right.
Jess, you need to be specific.
You just wrote millions.
Jess, you need to be specific.
How many millions is
How many
millions?
millions?
I wrote a number. I put down
All right, I got it, I got it.
$40,000.
I got it.
That's not even close.
Not even close?
No.
Fuck. Don't say millions of millions either.
She's erasing the board. She totally did.
God damn it, Jess.
She totally did.
All right, I'm
All right, I'm going to be more specific, but still vague.
You're close, actually. So just
Yeah.
millions between 2 and 5. I did
You
a.
can't change it.
All right, fine, but
Brody,
I
what
also
did you change it to?
my second answer, which if it is accurate does not count. I put down 2.8 mil. That's my guess.
We
Jess
both
is
guessed
clo-
the same thing.
Jess
So.
is close.
You guessed way more than I did.
No, I said
10
between
million
2 and...
in today's standard.
How many again?
10.
10 million.
None of us were close, actually. I mean, I was the
You
closest.
were the close.
You were the closest without going over, and by game show rules, that means you get the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the point. You get half point for that.
What?
Yes.
I wrote millions. I was wrong. I was right. I was
You had
right.
one word right.
You didn't.
Yeah.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you were the
No,
closest.
you didn't say you have to give an exact numerical amount. All you said was how much money.
No, because you were the closest with 5 mil. And
Jess,
it's
if
10
you
mil.
saw a price tag on something that just had the word millions, would you have an accurate idea of this cost?
I would be like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So
Fair enough.
yeah, you'd see millions, like
Touche.
millions. You're like, all right, yeah, not for me.
So yeah, his net worth was 10 mil, but
10
he was
mil.
a massive penny pincher and had actually written his
Most
brother.
really rich people are.
Yeah,
You said this is $10 million in today's
in
standard.
today's standard.
I'm not even going to ask, but I can only assume that that's like way more in like
I don't even know.
1890s money.
I don't even know.
And we're not going to do the math.
We're not doing the math. You
This
guys
isn't
can-
math, it's history.
I don't
guys can do
think
it.
they were actually like extraordinarily wealthy
I mean, like-
comparatively in the time.
I'm just thinking like they had a house with like
Comparatively,
3
there were
stories.
other
wealthier
people.
families, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were actually incredibly well off, though.
You said this was in what state again?
Massachusetts.
Okay.
I've never been there.
It's a wonderful state. You should go. I spent an entire
Go to the
summer
major
there.
cities. There's a lot of history there.
Boston.
Boston.
Boston's awesome. But yeah, he was a massive
Boston's
penny pincher.
awesome.
So a lot of people are like, there's a motive. But the thing is, he also wrote dear old John out of his will. Or was going to.
Who's John again,
Oh.
the brother?
The brother. Because he and John got into a massive argument.
About what?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna guess not being in the will.
Well, it ended up with him
It's just like
being-
Knives Out.
Just like Knives Out.
Just like Knives Out.
Every
and I'm
murder
assuming
mystery's the
Succession.
same.
I haven't seen it yet, but
I
Is there
don't know
murder in
about
Succession?
Succession.
you've never watched Succession on
I've seen
HBO?
some of it. I just
I
haven't.
can't really get down with it. I know it's good.
I recognize that it's good, but it's just like,
Not for me.
yeah.
That's all I can say.
I try. And that's pretty much it.
I would much rather watch the dumpster fire that is that Sex and the City reboot. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's not an exaggeration. It's so fucking bad. They are pandering so much. So fucking much. Like, everything that was good about the original series, out the fucking window.
Ouch.
Damn. Is there murder in that?
Someone does die on a on a Peloton.
But it was the Peloton that murdered her.
Yeah, they kill Mr. Big off in the first episode, Carrie's husband.
Okay.
Like, coincidentally, right around when he had some, like,
Mr. Big died.
sexual allegations.
Mr. Big died after being canceled on a Peloton.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a heart attack on a Peloton. And it's like,
The
we're making a show about these women in their 50s now, on opening episode. Like, one guy dies on a Peloton.
I mean, that's the 2020s right there. Am I right?
And you want to know what's funny about it is Peloton agreed to have their product used in the show, but they didn't know to what extent. And they were really upset. That,
Yeah, because they show someone dying using their product.
yeah, and it's like... And he
Could
was
you imagine
fit, too.
Could you imagine a company like Coca-Cola, and it's just like someone drinks a Coca-Cola and dies immediately? They would
people
not
used
sign
to put
again.
actual Coke in Coca-Cola.
I know, it's amazing. They should
But
bring it
people
back.
wouldn't. But people didn't die from that. They would feel more alive than ever.
Yeah, you'd feel really good. You get so much shit done throughout the day.
Yeah, thanks Coca-Cola.
Yeah, thanks, Coke. Sponsor us.
Have a tasty Coca-Cola on me.
But yeah.
I totally forgot we were talking about murder.
That works for
mysteries a second.
cocaine, too.
Not on me. The shit's expensive.
Hold on. Let me Google something real quick.
Well, no, I meant like someone doing a line off your body.
Do a Coke off of me.
Yeah?
Do Coke off me.
Yeah.
Cocaine, sponsor us.
The city of Miami.
City of Miami. Miami Tourism, sponsor us. Send us a Cubano.
Do you guys feel like the air in this apartment is really dry?
My mouth is dry.
Well,
No?
That could be from the air, or just the fact that I haven't had water in 2 days.
oh my
Bruh.
God. Have a water.
You ever just catch yourself not drinking water?
Constantly.
Yeah.
No. I don't have my water bottle with
I
me.
know when I drink with Rose, it's like the right thing to do, but I find it upsetting for some reason. It's like they always remember in between each drink just to chug a giant water.
I'm not
That's
saying
just
like
how I am.
no water
That's
at all.
smart.
Just, like not my 8 ounces or 8 cups or whatever it is.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I've heard different opinions.
I've heard
from
that it's
people
8
that-
cups. I've heard it doesn't accommodate for the water you get in your food. I don't know.
And I've heard it's just you should only drink water when you're thirsty. Like, if your body doesn't want it, it doesn't want it.
I heard that if you wanted to lose weight, you have to like drink. Was it half? Something like
No,
half
that doesn't
your
mean
weight.
any... Losing weight is literally just calories in, calories out.
yeah.
It's like literally nothing else. There is no fucking miracle of like, well, if I drink a lot of water with cayenne pepper and lemon juice, I'll lose weight. Like, no. You'll lose weight when you
Cayenne
burn
pepper?
more calories than you eat
That's the thing.
over
like,
a long period of time. Like, that's it.
Yeah, people who like do like crazy fasting style diets or do like I'm gonna drink lemon juice and cayenne pepper and that's gonna trick my body into thinking I'm eating a meal or something.
Well, I mean, Lizzie no longer had to fast because she could enjoy the comfort foods that her father rarely allowed them to have. Now that he's dead.
Okay, we're back in. We're back.
Well,
we're back
from
to
his-
Lizzie.
From his perspective, he was like, I'm just doing her a favor. She's not married yet. Can't get fat. Like, this
Yeah,
is Victorian times, guys.
it's back when they kind of like sold women off.
So, yeah.
Sold women off.
How do I
They're still
follow
doing
up
that
with
worldwide.
one? Anyways, the next suspect was Maggie. Mm-hmm. Again, like she was also in the house. She was upstairs.
Who I think probably made of all the information I've learned from the past 5 minutes of after not knowing anything about this is my suspicious one.
Really? Is it just Maggie or Maggie and Lizzie?
Just Maggie.
Just Maggie.
I don't know
Do
enough
we think
about
it was
Lizzie
a
yet.
Lizzie Maggie mess around?
It was
I
a
almost said
classic
maggot.
Lizzie Maggie mess around, and ended up with dead parents.
Yeah, we've all been there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, just, swinging your axe, playing around with it, accidentally chopping
Kids
it
have
dead.
died that way.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Toddlers
isn't
shoot people every day.
You know what?
It's not funny.
Yeah, it absolutely
People
is.
die.
Oh god. I put my plate in one spot.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Well, all right. Moving on, though. Lizzie was indicted on
Oh no, I
December...
smudged my pig.
Oh, Jez. She actually drew a pig on her whiteboard.
Damn.
She was indicted on December 2nd, 1892. She did not take her stand in her own defense and was not admitted.
Was she simple-minded?
Kind of.
Yeah.
From, all I
That's
know
what I
about
can
her,
gather from this.
she's kind of simple-minded. I mean...
Yeah,
what can you
they
say?
didn't give proper mental diagnosis then,
Yeah.
but
Right.
we'll just say simple.
Yeah, simple. I'm just saying. I guess not functioning too well in society.
No,
Is it okay?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I mean, who knows? She's long since dead.
So
but-
pretty easy to point out as like an outcast or something at that time.
Well, there were rumors that she was a lesbian. Because after her father...
Gasp.
After her parents were killed, she and her sister moved in together. But a few months later, her sister would move out because of a supposed crush that Lizzie had on some actress. And so her sister's like, nope, bye, and left. And I'm just like, huh? Okay. So she had some issues, not just with her parents, but with her sister as well. I mean, they got along more or less for the most part, but they did have their issues.
So once again, it sounds like more reason to believe that the public opinion of 1890 times would definitely sort of make her the black sheep.
Yes,
Of course.
definitely.
All right.
Which probably didn't help at all with her.
In the case of your parents being dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, murdered. So yeah, she was indicted on December 2nd. She didn't take the stand in her own offense, and her inquest for testimony was not admitted into evidence. Because everything proven to be inconclusive, she was acquitted on June 20th, 1893. She actually didn't die. until 1927.
So she just had like a whole 30 years after.
Yeah, she still lived for another 30 years. And
In the same town.
Yeah, she stayed in the same town.
Yeah, she didn't leave.
Dang.
Yeah, she's
getting razzed by kids all day looking at her pears in her fucking yard.
Making up rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I don't remember what.
She's like Freddy fucking Krueger, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, she moved out of the house with her sister, and a newspaper would eventually publish Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. I think I flipped it earlier, but I mean, the premise is still there.
Yeah, that's a lot of acts.
The premise is still there, and, you know, apparently the house where the Borden murders occurred is now a bed and breakfast.
Very cozy.
Dope. We should go there.
We should.
Be like, Lizzie Borden didn't do shit.
Yeah, free Lizzie.
Free Lizzie!
Bring her back from the grave
She
so we
was
can
just
free
a
her.
single free lesbian.
Yeah, nowadays there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Damn, 100 years later, and she would have been like her best self.
That's true.
Dead parents.
Yeah, a lesbian with dead parents. That's like every HBO show now.
You're not wrong. Sadly enough, you are not wrong, Brody.
Nope.
But yeah, that's Lizzie Borden.
Okay. Is the next question gonna be who do we think did it?
Yes.
Or do we? Has there been like any like major speculation or theories or something on this?
Yeah, that's true. Did you look that up?
I mean, those were the major theories. It was Lizzie herself. It was Maggie on her own.
You said the uncle.
Yeah, the uncle, and then it was Lizzie and Maggie working together.
Okay.
Those are the
and
major...
Jess believed the doctor is in cahoots.
Yeah, I think
Which
the brother
is
and the
weird.
fucking doctor were in on it together.
I think at the time it may be possible for like a quack doctor to be making a bunch of money.
Yeah, but this is the only doctor in town, though.
Right.
It's a small town and he ain't making that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not be a quack and do the half-assed job and be home by like 3 o'clock?
I mean, I don't know. I agree with you. I wouldn't try that hard.
Yeah. I still say, based on the information you gave me, Maggie was in the house when it happened.
Yes.
In a location where she could have seen someone coming. Mm-hmm. And did you say like?
Well, no, because Maggie's taking a nap, quote unquote.
Well, who saw her taking a nap?
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, it's like Lizzie's outside, though.
Yeah, Lizzie's outside the whole time. Maggie's taking a nap. No one can confirm if Maggie took a nap. Where's the brother?
Did they say what Maggie was doing in the backyard during all this?
Lizzie.
Lizzie, yeah.
I guarantee you it's looking at her pear tree. Oh, wasn't she getting fishing tackle ready for a fishing trip she was taking like 4 days earlier with one of her friends?
Yeah.
Or later?
Yeah, she was supposed to go.
She had nothing going on, so she's
just
like
in the backyard
she's
digging up
excited
worms.
about a future fishing trip, like getting all her stuff together.
Yeah, she was. Like,
Yeah, it's really sad.
And did she ever get to go fishing?
I'm sure
don't
she
know.
did.
Honestly, I don't know, because this whole thing just kind of blew up out of proportion, because everyone in town was talking about it.
As they should. I mean, I would too if I were them.
Yeah,
You're supposed to like ignore it.
it's murder. You can't not talk about it.
Yeah, like someone got
Scandalous.
fucking axed to death in your neighborhood. Like I would talk about it all the time.
And if it's small town with like someone who's been there their whole life, it's like, oh yeah, everyone knows Lizzie is kind of like the simpleton who digs up worms and goes fishing and stuff.
Yeah. And
Oh yeah,
stares
here
at
she may
trees
have
all
killed her
day.
parents. What?
It's like shit. I let her watch my kids sometimes.
Don't let her near an axe.
Mm.
But there's another individual we shouldn't let near axes.
Yeah, big
that-
theme of the day is axes.
Yes, it is. Brody, you get 5 points.
Nice.
What?
Wait, additional 5 points or negative 5 points? 'Cause
Negative 5 points.
Yes.
That's not fair.
Well, he pointed out the theme.
I know a lot about Lizzie Borden.
I'm very observant. I'm not educated, just observant.
You are educated.
But, yeah, we're talking about the Axeman in New Orleans. And we're going to start with a quick activity.
All right.
Jess, are you cool if I send both of you out to go find a common household items that families and individuals would often have near or in their house in New Orleans, 1918 to 1919?
Are you sending us on a scavenger hunt?
Yes.
I'm so here for it.
Jess, are you cool with that?
Yeah, I mean, just don't grab
All
an
right.
instrument.
Off you go. You got 5 minutes.
I drew a
Wait.
cat.
Clearly, we're not ready. Can you say it again?
Yeah, I know
Alright.
what we're doing.
You have 5 minutes to find a common household item that families, individuals had in New Orleans that takes place with 1918 to 1919.
So find some random bullshit that they
In
had.
my fucking house.
Yeah.
All right. Go. And then I'm gonna cut back to when we find it right now.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, that's...
Meat mallet.
Yeah, it's a meat mallet. And it's wooden, too.
And a cinnamon roll.
And it's a mineral.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, we're back.
What did you find, Jess?
A hammer.
All right.
Surprisingly, we were kind of on the same page.
Yeah, we were.
I got a meat mallet and a cinnamon roll.
Yes.
I got a cinnamon roll for myself, the meat mallet for the game.
All right. So
I figured you could probably gotta tenderize something before you make the gumbo, right?
Yep.
I use it to make chicken cutlets.
The hammer?
Yeah. Well, no,
That hammer?
The meat mallet.
Oh, the meat mallet, of course.
I mean, isn't that just a meat hammer?
I mean, it is, but like...
If it were an actual, that's a little wooden one.
Yeah.
I got at some thrift store, which I was very excited to find.
Good
Well,
meat mallet.
I'll give both of you credit for that. A hammer and a meat mallet.
Yeah, but who gets more
Yay.
credit?
You're getting the equal amount.
That's bullshit, but that's fine.
Well, to be honest, I was actually thinking of an axe.
Yeah, I ain't got one of those here.
What kind of... what?
So
So if I came back with some Axe body spray,
I would have totally counted.
that would have counted,
Sick.
I would have been like, he wins the whole game. We're
I
done.
get wordplay
He
points.
He
But in
won.
this household, we don't got no Axe body spray.
Yeah.
Axe
Axe body
sponsor
spray. Axe body spray. Don't shower.
Yeah, don't shower. Use Axe body spray. If you want to do kick flips on your little mini deck skateboards and set your arms on fire, Axe body spray.
Are you 14 and just got out of soccer practice? Axe body spray.
Yeah.
Speaking of Axe,
Going on your first date that your mom's dropping you off at the movie theater?
Axe body
Axe
spray.
body spray.
It works for everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking
Is your
of,
name, I want to say, Tyler?
Or Kyle.
Or Kyle? Axe body spray. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off just then. I just thought of
Kyle.
something really funny. Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. You
Kyle-
don't know what a Kyle is?
No.
I'll teach you after.
We'll show you
Oh.
Kyle.
Oof. Okay.
You know Kyle.
Oh, I guess I will. But who we don't know is who the Axeman is.
No, we don't.
This guy, from 1918 to 1919, terrorized New Orleans. 12 attacks and 6 killings. This man was not very successful at being a serial killer, but he did a lot of damage. Just all around. He attacked at night, never used his own weapon, and always used, the axe that the family or the person that he was attacking. It was their own axe, right?
So he didn't
And-
have any acts of his own.
No. And he always left them at the crime scene. Those are
It
kind
was
of,
an accident. That's all I
Can she have points for that?
Sure. You really want to give Jess a point?
Look, we already determined puns give you points.
All right.
Yeah. If they don't make you go, ugh. Actually, if they do,
But,
if you hear me go, oh, god damn it, then that's how you know it was really good.
Yeah, that's how puns work.
Yeah.
The first suspected attack was on Catherine and Joseph Maggio on May 23rd, 1918. They were struck by an axe and their throats slit by a razor, but nothing was taken and the bottom panel of the kitchen door was knocked out.
He just loves killing.
That's what I do. Just love killing.
So, fingerprinting was around, but it wasn't common. For your next question, you guys,
Okay.
what year was the first case where fingerprints were admitted to court.
Okay.
So what year was that?
When did this murder take place?
So this murder was taking place in 1918, but fingerprinting was around at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So fingerprinting was around at the time, but it wasn't common. What year did the first case where fingerprinting was used take place?
Okay. I said 1975.
I went optimistic and said 35.
So both of you are wrong. This is 1918. The first case where it was used was 1910.
Before the... Oh, come on.
Yeah, I guess you kind of made that clear a little bit.
Yeah.
It was around, but not common. That's kind of what I was.
My whole
hinting at.
thought was like...
It was
I felt like
around, but it hadn't been admissible.
Yeah.
They
I thought
had
like
used
serial killers were such a big deal in the 70s. That's like, yeah, we're finally going to use this.
Oh no, this is like, had they actually used this, like fingerprinting on a larger scale, or made it like an absolute, like we need to have fingerprints, this case probably would have been solved. Because the guy left the axe at every crime scene.
Yeah,
didn't
but
have his own
was
axe?
he in the military or something?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because the only way
This is
that
still a mystery man, isn't it?
Yeah, because the only way that like fingerprints work is if you have a system with people in them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
I'm registered.
If it was a
my
repeated-
fingerprints, I had to give up my
Oh, you're in the
fingerprints.
system.
I'm in
I
the
am
system.
too, but it's because I've been arrested.
I was a federal employee for 2 years.
It was a like I accidentally missed a court date. It wasn't like I did anything actually wrong.
Yeah, no, they took my fingerprints and everything.
Just. Did you do an axe murder in 1918? Like, I don't have to put this in, but like, I just need to know as a friend. Did you commit an axe murder in 1918?
Maybe
Maybe?
a past self of mine maybe could have done it.
Past self, okay, and then
Yeah.
it just kind of like transfer. Okay,
Yeah.
We can talk about this later. Anyways, back to the game.
I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no.
The next suspects were Louis Bessemer and Anna Lowe. They were attacked on June 28, 1918. Louis lived, Anna did not. Who found them in the morning?
Who?
The milkman.
The milkman's a good guess. Can I get some more context as to whether or not these were wealthy people or not?
No, this is kind of like a common area neighborhood.
Okay. Can you say the names again for me?
So, Louis Bessemer and Anna Lowe. I think I butchered Louis's last name.
Yeah, you gotta say it with a little more southern twang.
Well, it's Bessumer.
You have to write that out for me. Anyways, I wrote my answer down.
Oh, can I even do that?
Oh, no, it's copywritten. I said their son or daughter.
I said the milkman.
God damn it, Jess. You're actually closer to this one. It was the baker.
The baker!
Yeah, the baker was just making his morning deliveries.
Can we just take a second? I'm sorry to derail the game.
I want bakers to come by my fucking house and see if I need things.
Yeah, I want bakers to come over, give me some bread. I want milkmen to come over for some casual sex. I missed that.
Yeah, that definitely happened. Look.
Oh, the milkman got around.
Yeah, but like, how great would it be if it's just like a guy just even with fresh French bread or baguette just walking around and you're like, yeah, I'll take a few. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And it's fresh, so it's just amazing. You don't need anything else.
Registered service, every day, fresh bread.
Yep.
Love it.
I do too.
Brody, is that what you wanted to derail the conversation for?
Yeah, no. Milkmen, like,
And
kudos.
cheese too.
Oh my god.
Cheese man.
Look. Yeah. Rose is on board now.
Yes. Hold on.
If I could do it over again, I'd
baker?
be a cheese man.
Look.
A monger.
Yes.
Yo, if I
You
could
could still
get
do
fresh
it.
bread and cheese every morning, just like enough for the day.
I gained 30 pounds. But yeah, that's the way to do it. Like, just have fresh food every day instead of just like, I don't know, my freezer's full, whatever.
But yeah, the baker was just making his morning rounds, morning deliveries, and the police actually thought he did it when he initially reported it. They arrested him and was like, "You killed these people." He's like, "No, I'm just a baker.
I'm just a baker, man.
I'm just delivering this bread to my friends.
That's a croissant.
It's a croissant, not an axe."
Get down, he's got a gun. It's a baguette.
Yeah.
And once again, this time from their bedroom door, the bottom panel was taken out. So this guy is not only attacking people with their own axes,
He
also
gets in their house the same way.
Well, it's weird. It's just odd little thing to knock out a door panel.
Yeah, because I really feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like, how strong was 18th century construction, like on a wide scale?
I don't know. But I mean, I feel
Because
like
I just feel like I could fucking like murk a door from the 18th century.
You could just bash that shit down.
Yes.
Yes, you realize that the doors might actually be stronger than the doors we have today, right?
Oh yeah, entirely. But I just feel like they're weaker.
They could be
It's
stronger.
a character flaw.
The stronger materials, weaker.
I just
weaker
like to
construction.
imagine you as a murderer this time, just Kool-Aid manning your way house to house.
Yes.
Oh yeah, axe.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
Anywho's, they blamed the baker.
They blamed the baker, but I think he got off, or nothing really happened to him
His whole argument was, "I'm just a baker, man."
because in August 5th, 1918, Mrs. Ed, oh goodness, pardon the pronunciation, Schneider,
Schneider?
SCHNEIDER.
Rob Schneider. Yeah, that's Schneider.
That's
Schneider.
Schneider. You should know Schneider.
Was attacked and found by her husband. She lived, and then what happened a week later?
Oh, she either got dead or arrested.
She lived, so she didn't die.
Okay. Repeat the whole question again.
So she was found, August 5th, there was
Found her
another
husband,
attack.
yeah.
She was found by her husband. She lived, but kind of guess what happened to her a week later.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't be laughing at this. All right, I'm ready.
All right, Jess, let me hear it.
Okay, I said hit by a horse-drawn carriage or a miscarriage. It's one or the other.
Oh God, I miscarried. God damn it. I almost don't want to show my answer now.
No,
Bro, you gotta show it.
All right, I really just did not know what was going to happen, so I just whiffed it. I said, saw visions of the future and didn't like what she saw.
God.
Who's closer?
You.
What happened to her?
She gave birth to a healthy, baby. She
That's
was
the opposite
pregnant.
of what
That's
she
the opposite
said.
of what I said. You made it sound like it was bad. I was thinking like the worst thing that a woman
I said she
that could
saw the
happen to a
future.
woman.
She saw the future in that child.
She had
No,
a
you're
child.
you're
Look,
grasping
children
at
are the
straws
future.
With that.
Rose.
No,
Rose.
no, Rose.
Children
That's
are
not
the
how this works.
future.
It's not even close.
All right, I'm not neither of you get a point for this round.
If anybody gets points, it should be me.
I agree, yeah.
I don't need points for that. Was that wrong? Let's continue.
Whatever. We're goofing.
But yeah, she gave birth to a healthy child about a week later. So not only did this badass bitch get nailed by the Axeman, she fucking survived and then proceeded to live through childbirth.
Yeah. Why, did she die shortly thereafter?
No.
Okay, just the way you said
But,
it kind of concerned me.
It's insane, though.
Well, yeah, it's insane she almost got axed to death and didn't have a miscarriage. That's why I thought, there's no way I don't know. Worst thing that can happen to a woman. I was just trying to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So the next attack happened on August 10th, 1918. Joseph Romano, unfortunately, passed away.
Joseph Romano.
And during this time, a lot of conflicting reports came up of what he looked like. And, there was an actual break in between attacks as police forces increased and men started arming themselves to protect their families.
Okay.
They didn't throw away their axes,
Nope.
but they did go out and get a shit ton of guns. Which, surprisingly enough, actually worked.
But not for long.
Not for long.
Nope.
Because the next attack was on the Cordemelia family.
Okay.
Rose, Charles, and their baby Mary were attacked on March 10th, 1918. Unfortunately, Rose and Mary passed away, Mary passed away, and Rose and Charles survived.
Mm-hmm.
So, fast forward a little bit to March 13th, and a local newspaper called the Times-Picayune got a letter titled Hell March 13th. And in the letter, what did the Axeman say that caused the city to throw itself into a panic and blast music across the town on the following Tuesday?
What did they say that caused a panic and had everyone playing music? Okay.
He wrote a letter.
He wrote a letter.
He wrote a letter.
Yeah. The whole thing, if you actually sit down to read it,
It's like the Zodiac.
this man had one hell of a fucking ego.
Yeah.
In the letter, he wrote about how he was like the devil's best friend, how he was the angel of...
He could be lying like Son of Sam. You know, like, isn't that Son of Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
talk
like,
to dogs.
I am not a figure of the mortal plane.
All right. I have my answer. What did this murder man in his letter say that got everyone in a panic to play music? I said, he wrote to everyone, buy my mixtape. He's on SoundCloud, give him a listen, or else.
He said he was going to continue to kill if they didn't do it.
Yeah, just buy his mixtape. That's all you have to do.
Is that your
His
response?
mixtape's fire.
Yeah.
It's either fire or axe.
He told them that if they played jazz music, and like every occupied establishment would play jazz music, no one would die on that Tuesday.
Just jazz music?
Just jazz music.
Any jazz music?
It didn't matter.
So there's an Axeman.
It's like painting your door red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get passed over.
Yep.
If you just listen to any jazz music.
Yeah.
You said this guy was an egotist, right?
Yeah.
Did he just like have a real hard on for jazz and was just like
I guess
one day
so.
the
It's
world,
New Orleans,
the
you know.
world will know. Yeah, that's New Orleans. The one day the world will see that this is the superior form of music and blah 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 and shit.
Jazz is really good.
Yeah, that Tuesday was March 19th, 1919, and the city was completely alive with jazz music all around town. Like, everywhere you went, if you didn't have a record player, you abandoned your house and you went somewhere else that had it. So, like, every bar, restaurant, whatever, was, like, blasting live jazz music. Neighbors were going to other neighbors' houses,
I'm
crowding
starting
around.
to suspect that this was a jazz musician that was way ahead of his time. And no one really appreciated the true art that is jazz.
Well, it did inspire the famous jazz song "Don't Scare Me, Papa." Actually, I can play a little bit right now.
I could definitely see that in like a major egotist way.
Yeah. No, this man had a fucking ego like there was no tomorrow. The song is also nicknamed Axeman Jazz.
I like it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty great.
I like it. Yeah.
The version I pulled up was like 3 minutes long. I'm sure it was wonderful. But yeah, he kept his promise and no one was killed that night. Mm-hmm. But he returned on August 10th, 1919, as Steve Boca woke up to being attacked in bed. He received a blow to the head, survived, got to a friend's house, but didn't get his memory about the attack back. So he couldn't actually explain what had happened. All that he knew was he was being attacked by somebody with an axe. Then
Did they hit him right in the part of the brain that
I'm
would
not
make him
sure.
forget?
I'm sure that's like
Because I gotta say, that's
traumatizing.
like a pro murder move.
But that's also incredibly traumatizing, and the
Yeah,
human
that's
brain
very
just
true.
decides to like
Repress
block
that.
out, block that out. Because Sarah Lorman was attacked in early September 1919, and she couldn't remember her attack either.
Yeah, it's really normal.
Yeah. Her, yeah, she survived. And then on October 27th, 1919, the last two attacks were on Esther and Mike Pepitone. Mike was struck 18 times, survived for 2 hours before passing away. Esther survived, and that was on October 27th, 1919. However, unlike the other attacks, there were two assailants, and one of them attacked Mike with a possibly stolen bolt from a nearby circus.
Huh.
So this time around, it wasn't just an axe. They had like one
It was
of those,
an axe plus one.
Yeah. There was like this, you know, the big bolts that they use to hammer down or hold down large fabric tents?
Yeah.
A steak.
A stake, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Someone got staked.
Axe and staked. All in the name of jazz.
Did you do the Louisiana vampire mission in Red Dead 2?
I remember you
Have we
telling me
talked
about
about this?
that a little bit. I remember I saw a video about it, and then a guy like brought them out into like the sunshine, and then they just like disappeared.
Oh, really? I just took selfies with mine and then killed it. Everyone's different, you know?
It's 1899, and I'm taking selfies with vampires.
I took selfies everywhere as
Red
Arthur
Dead
Morgan.
Redemption.
You like go stand by your horse and pose next to a mountain smoking a cig,
Nice.
as you do.
As one does when they're living that cowboy life.
But I mean, that's also
Absolutely.
not the first time. The thing is, though, with that attack, even though that there were two assailants, it's not the first time that somebody was attacked or harmed with an item other than an axe. Because remember earlier, one of the first attacks, Catherine and Joseph Margot, they were also attacked. Their throats were slit with a razor.
So he really is just using anything that's at his disposal when he goes house to house. And that sounds like that's mostly just axes.
Yeah, why don't people throw away their axes?
They need them.
Yeah,
For like firewood and shit, I'm assuming. I have no idea.
I mean, it's Louisiana. It's hot and balmy as fuck. You don't want fire.
Cook with it?
You could cook with it. Yeah, they could cook with it.
Did they have electric stoves then?
I don't
Maybe
know.
gas
This is the
stoves.
1920s.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what if you didn't have jazz music playing and you didn't have an axe? Would he have to go back to the other house?
I don't think he ended up killing anybody that night. Anyways.
No, because everyone, like the entire city was alive with jazz music, nobody was killed. Like, there weren't any reports.
Do they still celebrate this day in New Orleans?
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue,
Well,
honestly.
yeah, that would be a pretty fucked up holiday.
Yes, it would.
I would celebrate it.
I mean, like, I guess in a way that is very similar to Passover, like you talked about.
We
We celebrate Passover. We didn't
die,
That's
huzzah!
that's every Jewish holiday. It's like, hey, they tried to kill us, but they didn't. Who wants to eat for like 6 hours?
Yeah. I love that, though.
I mean, it's the best way to celebrate.
Christmas is fun, though.
You guys want to hop into some theories?
Of course.
Let's get theories going.
Alright, so one of the theories is not all killings were done by the Axeman.
Oh, agreed
Ooh.
100%.
Mike Pepitone, remember him and his wife Esther?
Okay.
Mike could have actually been a mob hit due to a crime his father committed.
Like lucky number 11.
And
they
Kansas shitty City Shuffle.
Yeah. And they just saw that it could have been with an axe, and they were just like, oh, just like the other guy who's been killing everybody with axes out of jazz music spite.
yeah. And, you know, here's kind of where things go a little bit off the deep end. The other attack, Louis and Anne. Yeah, Louis Bedsmer and Anne Lowe. So Louis was charged with Anna's death. Do you guys want to guess why?
Can you repeat the question again for me?
So, Louis,
What were the conditions of her body?
I mean, they were axed. But in some bizarre fashion. Also, you gotta remember, this is 1919 to 1918. So, certain political conditions could also...
So why do they think that her husband axed her to death?
Mm-hmm. Why is he being charged with murder?
I
wrote because he's Italian.
I just kind of wrote this because I thought it'd be funny. He carved his name in his wife.
That is funny.
Like, I was here. I did this. I did such a good job. I had to sign my name in the corner.
She wrote it in her diary.
Is that what you're guessing?
Yeah, she wrote it in her diary.
You both are wrong.
That makes sense.
Yep. I would have been very shocked if I was right.
So, he's charged with Anna's death because he had a series of letters written in Yiddish, which is a language used by Jewish individuals in West and Central Europe, and in Russian.
They thought he was a communist.
Court thought he was a spy for Kaiser Wilhelm II, King of Prussia.
Interesting.
And you guys know who he is, right?
No. Yeah, we have no idea.
I'm not smart.
Yeah, he's basically... He had a role in World War One.
What did he do?
He was like the King of Prussia. So think modern Germany.
And they thought they sent this dude over as a spy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
did anyone ever translate these letters?
I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
He was the only guy around who spoke Yiddish. And everyone was just like...
He's the ex-murderer!
Yeah. He's writing in funny words. He's a killer. Get him.
Yeah. And they thought that this attack had nothing to do with the Axeman. But my next question for you guys was, what he was acquitted for what 3 reasons?
Okay. 3 reasons you're looking for.
3 reasons. And it has to do with the Axeman and his pattern. His attack pattern.
Alright, I'm ready. Ready whenever you are, Brody.
You go first.
No, you go first.
No, I want to hear you
Well, I have
first.
2 of my 3 ideas, so I'm just going to give my third one away. I'm going to guess that this man actually loved jazz, hated axes, and I'm going to guess was a total pacifist.
I have no clue if if he was truly a pacifist or what.
Well, I've got 2 out of those 3.
Jez, what did you write?
I wrote Italian, disabled, and worked late.
I mean...
Well, like, what if he had some sort of disability that you didn't mention, so he couldn't have crawled through people's bottoms of people's doors?
Right.
Like there's no fucking way this guy could have done it.
He had a hard time getting around, so he clearly couldn't have been there at that time.
Yeah, and he said he was super Italian, I don't know, and then maybe he had a late job, and they're like, a lot of these murders are committed at night. There's no way this guy could have done it.
Yeah,
he worked late.
Or maybe he just goes to bed at 8 o'clock every night.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Jess, you actually named one of them.
Yes! What is it?
It happened at home. No, it happened at home during the night. That's the reason 1. The attack occurred while they were sleeping, reason number 2, and they were attacked by an axe, reason number 3. The other thing is, he was also attacked. So wouldn't it be kind of hard to attack yourself with an axe?
I haven't tried it.
Just fall on it.
This all seemed really obvious, and I really thought it was like something like...
You could fall on it, yeah, but...
That's the only way I can think of it, but like...
Yeah, but they...
You could axe up your own legs if you wanted to.
Maybe once or twice, but I think like on swing number 3, your body's gonna start telling you not to do this anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know. You must be high as hell, or on some
high as hell, or on some
all
strong
that Coca-Cola.
willpower. Coca-Cola. Want to axe off your legs? Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. And in fact, if you drink too many Coca-Colas, they'll have to amputate your legs.
Coca-Cola.
What?
Diabetes.
Oh, okay.
That was so cute and innocent.
I'm like, hold on a minute, what?
Rose is like, I have 1 Coke at work every day.
No, I don't.
Is that going to happen to me?
Yeah, I do. Coke's delicious.
It's also a paint thinner.
Nice.
You could strip your car paint with it.
Yeah, I can also... Well, my stomach acid's stronger, okay?
I can take it.
I can handle the pain.
We have two more theories to go through.
Okay.
I'm down.
One is really simple, copycats. Like, the first guy
Oh, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the first guy attacked a couple of people.
This sounds like the kind of guy who would have written a manifesto.
Yeah.
They probably did and no one found it.
You said he wrote letters, right?
He wrote a letter.
He wrote
to
a
my
letter.
knowledge, he wrote a letter, and that letter, I really encourage you guys, go read it yourselves on your own time. The thing is fucking hysterical.
So maybe this guy
So
wrote...
he's trying to be funny on purpose?
No, it's
He was just very cringe.
cringe, and you can hear the ego just oozing off this thing.
Yeah, but then maybe he was faking it, you know?
Fake it to make it.
Yeah.
Fake it to make it. That's how you become a famous murderer
You
these
fake
days.
it to bake it.
So yeah, copycats. There was multiple individuals, again, because like there were conflicting reports about the Axeman. Some people said he was like a big guy, broad shoulders, kind of stout. Others said that he was like small, skinny dude.
Cool, they all had no fucking idea.
Yeah, they really had no fucking clue.
So how would anybody like... Oh, are you, like the people who survived?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
Or,
trust
like,
eyewitness
neighbors.
accounts. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot. But one is actually, the very last one, is a possible suspect for the murders. At the very least, a possible suspect for one murder. Mm-hmm. The murder of Mike Pepitone. He was the last person to be attacked. And that's because this guy has not only connections to Esther 2 years after, but he also had connections to just New Orleans and the area in general. So Joseph Mumphrey is his name. And his story kind of starts with Esther moving over to LA and remarrying a guy named Angelo Albano.
Yeah.
On the second year anniversary of her attack by the Axeman, he disappeared and was never seen again.
She married the Axeman?
No. Her second husband just kind of disappeared. Angelo, gone for good. But this is 2 years after her attack, right?
Yeah.
So she's moved on, trying to move forward, trying to, like, get back on her feet, get away from everything. She remarries, is rather happy, but then all of a sudden, poof, her husband is gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
So-
maybe it's me.
Before they got married,
I don't know.
Am I the problem?
Yeah. What did I do to cause this?
though, Angelo had some, like, business relationship with Mumphrey, which he ended just before their marriage.
Right. You're talking more about a little bit more like mob wax and stuff like that.
Yes. So he ended business relations with him, kind of moved on. He disappeared a few years later, and Mumphrey randomly pops up to threaten Esther. He was like, hey, you owe me $500 and all your fucking jewelry. Esther is like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Pulls out a pistol and shoots him dead right there. Yeah, she killed the guy.
Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, are you pretending you're Lucille Bluth when you're saying that too?
We talked about that as like a joke in our best female characters, and I catch myself saying that all the time whenever someone does like an act
She's
of
unwrapping
revenge.
a cupcake. Good for her.
Good for her. And the woman killed her husband and hacked him into a million pieces. Good for her.
Yeah.
But really, good for her. She's like being threatened by...
Yeah, she's being threatened by a mob guy, and she's
Wasn't
just
her name
like,
Jessica
fuck this.
Walters?
What?
Her name was Jessica Walters?
Jessica Walters was the actress who played Lucille Bluth.
Yeah, what an icon.
Yeah.
She is truly an icon.
R.I.P.
But as she was being, like, taken away and arrested for his murder, she claimed that Mumphrey was not only one of the two people who were in her bedroom that night, that her first husband, Mike, was killed, but he also told her, hey, if you don't give me this, like, $500 and all your jewelry, I'm going to kill you just like I killed your second husband. And she's just like, hell no. Which actually, with that confession of hers that he was there, he came after her or her family twice, they're like, okay, let's actually take a look at this dude, and found that he had other links to New Orleans that included a blackmailing ring that targeted the Italian community. Most of the victims by the Axeman were Italian. And being in and out of prison for, oh God, I don't know, I think it was a decade. Some of the attacks actually correlated with the time that he spent outside of prison.
This all kind of seems to line up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like I'm not a doctor, but
Esther is acquitted, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And,
that hey, so that's what also both of these have in common is women were acquitted in trial because of these murders.
yes. I'll give you a point for that.
Yeah, I found a connection too.
God damn it! I could have. They
Yes.
both were Italian.
And I drew a really weird person.
I can draw weird people. Is that what
Is that? Oh, I see.
Is it? Does that give you points?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. I can't draw people.
It's just a really cool thing. But yeah, he ran a
It's
blackmailing.
just extra.
He ran a blackmailing ring that attacked or focused on the Italian communities. This actually really lines up very well with his time in and out of prison.
Do I get points if I propose my theory?
What's your theory?
Yes.
It sounds to me like the big narrative of an axe murderer who spares people who listen to jazz music sounds like a really good
Record producer.
distraction.
Distraction
all
for
of it.
what?
Distraction for, oh hey, we had another guy get murdered with an axe. Oh, it must have been that crazy axe murderer guy who really has a boner for jazz music. Couldn't have been this mob guy
No.
who all the records show it could have been.
Well, unfortunately, all the evidence is circumstantial and did not have enough weight in court to actually completely link him to the attacks.
Of course.
So they had to drop those charges. That does not mean he was entirely responsible, or it doesn't mean that he couldn't have been responsible for the attacks. It's just something that we may never know.
That's true. 100 years ago, murder was way harder to solve.
Yeah. John Mulaney has a great bit about that.
Yeah. I think that's even when you brought up with the Lizzie Borden, how she had her bloody rags that you talked about could have just been menstrual blood.
Yeah.
It was just there's a pile of the murderer's blood. It's gross.
Yeah.
Mop it up.
Yep. No need to look any further here. We're done.
Yeah. Damn. To be a murderer 100 years ago and to just
It must have been really nice.
must have been nice.
Because you could have gotten away with so much fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to say I wouldn't kill anyone, and I don't think I would, but, I get it.
I think
When you're,
this is
there are certain circumstances where you kind of understand.
This is purely an extreme of what I'm thinking, but I think the main reason why I would never kill anyone is because I would definitely
I would turn
found
myself
out
in,
about it.
probably.
Yeah, no. If I don't turn myself in, then someone's just going to be like, hey, this guy hasn't paid any dues or done anything. They'd probably find him in 3 days. And
Yeah.
be like, oh, hey, this guy's also Facebook friends
I
with
mean,
this
all you
guy.
gotta do in that time, though, is just kind of drive a state away, and they're probably not gonna fucking find
Not
you.
even a state, 10 miles away.
Yeah, they're
to the
not-
other-
Yeah, you just gotta
go to
leave
the
the
other
town.
town and
Yeah,
you
it's
can
all about if you can keep
change
your
your
conscience
name and
clean at
shave
this
your
point.
head and
Or
start
hell,
a new
just go to
family.
the largest city that
I'm
you
just talking
can.
about, the people, that woman who murdered the guy that, molested her daughter or something.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Good
she
for
did get
her.
arrested, but,
Was she acquitted?
I don't know, probably not. She did kill somebody.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
not really how she probably didn't get a harsh
I'm
sentencing.
sure you can't really get acquitted out of spite. But
Yeah,
at the same time,
I
it's
don't think her sentencing was harsh, though,
I
but she
get
did
it.
get sentenced,
Yeah.
But
which is fair.
all right. So
I mean, it's a moral thing.
No, it's like you either have to uphold the justice system and believe you can't be judge, jury, and executioner.
Right.
Yeah, but then there are people who abuse the justice system, but...
Oh, it's horribly abused. I'm just saying, like, it's nice being optimistic that, like, it's there doing
I like
its
to be
job.
optimistic about my murders. You
Oh,
know?
I always do.
All right, guys. Well, I did the tallies.
All
Jess,
right.
you have 14 points. Brody, you have 25. So
How?
You made more puns than me.
I know more about both of these than him.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I do.
What does that mean?
So that means you have to draw from the jar. So
Okay.
earlier...
Oh, wait, less points is winning.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's golf rules.
Golf
yeah,
rules,
fuck,
Jess.
my bad.
Golf rules, Jess.
Okay,
Golf.
I'm
How
sorry.
dare you get mad at me?
I know.
Switch the scores
I know,
now.
I'm so sorry. Don't switch them.
Make me win. Rose, make me win.
No. Your punishment. So I had them
I don't
before
want
we started.
Oh, I hope you draw mine.
Before we started.
There's a lot in there, though. How many did you write?
Oh, I didn't write any.
How come we only got to write one and there's a lot in there?
They're blank, Jess.
Oh, okay.
It's a game of chance. So before we started recording, I had both Jess
They should
and
all
Brody
say something.
write down a bet or something that they would want the other person to do on the next episode of One Frame Off. The next regular episode, I should say, of One Frame Off. So if you draw a blank, nothing happens. But if you draw some, like, a written
punishment. I have to fulfill it.
You have to
for the
fulfill
next
it.
episode.
Even if it's your own.
Right.
Brody's not happy about this.
I wrote one that I really don't want to do. So
You didn't think about that, did you?
Well, I thought about it, but then I thought there's no way I could lose, right?
All right, Brody. I'm actually going to take some of these blanks out because, as Jess said, there are a lot of blanks.
Oh, man, why? You gotta just take pity on me, please.
Come on.
All right.
Come draw.
Drawing now.
So what is it, Brody?
It's a would you rather question.
Oh, Lordy.
It's actually something I can do right now.
I think you should.
It's
save it for
Read
the
it
next
out loud,
one.
please.
Do you want me to save it for the next episode
Save
or do
it for the next episode.
I'll save
No,
it.
do it right now.
Save it. I'm in charge.
You're in charge. All
Save
right.
it for the next.
Can you at least read the question
Yes,
so
you
that
may.
everyone at home knows what it is?
Okay. I have to think about this for a whole week and come up with a proper answer to this question. Would you rather poop in someone's purse in public, gotta be in public, or yell a racial slur in a subway? Explain.
Yes, I'm so glad you drew mine.
And because,
So-
Brody,
It's honestly the best would you rather in the world.
You know, it's really is just like, how do I want to shame myself today?
Yes, and they're both equally bad.
Well, I think like the specific part of saying it in a subway, where it's like you're just like in there with a bunch of people.
Yeah, you're not alone. Like it says in public. Like
Yeah,
But yeah, next
I think
time.
you can't answer
You
it.
I
can't
can't
answer
answer it
now.
right now. I'll save it for
You
next
get to take
time.
all the ins and outs.
Okay, I'll ponder it as long
Yeah,
as
make
I
a pros
could.
and cons list.
Can you refill the jar with the blanks, please?
Yeah.
So, because...
Brody, I'm really curious as to what yours was.
Do you want to say it?
Yeah.
No, because we're going to keep saving them and adding to them.
Okay.
So, like, every episode, you guys are going to do more bets. Next week, you have to answer the question.
Guess what, guys? The next Menagerie of History will probably be about a serial killer.
Hooray! Well, I mean, in two ways it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Serial
again,
killers is cool.
They are very cool.
Murder.
It's just Serial Killers is the podcasts. What like, I don't know, just family situations is to television. It's just the content you make.
Yeah. Or
Probably
like
a better way to say that.
like review like or videos on YouTube. Everyone on podcast talks about true crime. Everyone on YouTube reviews products.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well,
That was Menagerie of History. A little different from what we usually do. I'm gonna just take that again. A little different from what we usually do, but let us know what you think. We could try this out a little more, add a little more fun history to everything.
I think regardless, we should play more games, and I really think we should all play the Newlywed game together.
Yes.
oh my god, yes.
We'll do a Newlywed game sometime in the future.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot, and we all just have to answer, like, what we can rotate, like someone's the question asker, and then...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do some more games.
It's fun.
Well, instead of just talking about games, we'll play some games on here.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, folks.
Hope you have a good time. You can let us know what you think at oneframeoff@gmail.com.
That's right. That's oneframeoff@gmail.com. You can also send us a YouTube comment. You can give us a Spotify rating.
Pokemon memes, please.
Please send us Pokemon
yeah.
memes. We thrive on Pokemon
I
memes.
really do. I
Oh.
spend so much time looking for them every day.
Or you can get in contact with us. You can slide into our DMs. Really, just talk to us. We're desperate.
So desperate.
We're here.
Someone talk to me.
Yeah, fuck.
We're like that dude in the party in the corner where it's just like, I need some
We'd
interaction.
be in the corner regardless.
We would
Okay.
so be in the corner.
Yeah, we're
We
so
would-
in the corner.
we would be in the
we went
corner.
we went to
We would
a
make
bar
that
last
corner.
weekend for your birthday, and we all hung out in the corner.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
all
are the
played
corner.
Pool. We played pool in the corner.
We play pool
There
in
was
the
a lot
corner.
of weird people there, and I'm not
Yeah.
talking about like oh, they're different than me. Like I like
No, like there was a dude in a darts jersey. So you know he must be
Well,
good
there
at
was a
darts.
tournament, though.
I don't think it
darts
was a
tournament?
tournament. I think it's just they clear out space for a lot of people to play darts because a lot of different individual groups were
I
playing.
think they just get to people, get it right in their face and say, get out of here. We're playing darts.
Yeah. This is what is the like tunnel snakes? What's the
Oh,
dart
yeah.
version of tunnel snakes? Because we
Oh.
should start that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brody and Rose are
Darts.
better at darts than I am.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Is
not
anyone
good.
really good at darts, or do you
Actually-
just do it?
I
Yeah.
think some people are really good at
I
it.
honestly
some.
like to just chuck them, see, like, as a way to practice my accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
I love that our friend Dee, like we were starting to do it, and she was like, "All right, who's played darts before?" And I just screamed, "Only in Grand Theft Auto 5." And I feel like that counts.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it does. Actually, speaking of sliding, we got our packages from our friends over at Astroglide, and I looked up the retail value because they sent us 2 bottles of lube, and in total, they sent us $30 worth of lube.
And that's just the lube.
Each of us, right?
Yeah.
Each of us got, so that's what? It's
So the sugar daddy of us that is Astroglide.
We could say at least $100 worth of stuff.
We all got $100. Well, they
Yeah,
gave
that's
us
like
at least
$90.
hundreds.
Well, yeah, but then like all the other stuff.
yeah.
They definitely gave us like over,
More than we're worth.
More than we're worth.
We
in
were asking for
Astroglide.
10.
Yeah. So if you can think of another brand that we should have as a second sugar daddy,
Or
let us
Sugar
know that.
Mama.
Who are we
Or
writing an
Sugar Mama.
open letter to next?
who are we writing an open to letter next? We've talked about Coca-Cola a little bit.
Oh, Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Fuck Coca-Cola. We should do Pepsi.
We should do Pepsi and make it specifically saying "fuck Coca-Cola."
I think Pepsi will just tell us to fuck off. I think we need to stick with like smaller, cooler
Yeah.
brands.
Epic Games, we've talked about them a little
I have
bit.
no
Ooh.
qualms
You-
with reaching out to
Jess
them.
has some game ideas she wants to pitch to Epic.
I do. Yes, I
Funko?
do.
Funko, we can do Funko.
Funko.
They
would
could
be
have
cool.
Funko of us.
You know, we can do custom Funko
You know,
Pops.
is that when you know you've made it?
When you have
A Funko Pop of you?
Aren't those
I like to
what
think so.
U2s
I was
are?
gonna say U2s are kind of like the content creators Funkos. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool, actually.
They're really cool. I wish I had some.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I told people, like, other than getting a Funko Pop made of you, you know you've made it when everyone does an accent of you that doesn't sound anything like you, but it's indistinguishably you.
You know, you've made it, I think, when people only address you by your first and last name.
Yeah.
Rose Nightingale.
Yeah. Don't say my last name. I really think that's it. It's like when you're, and I think that's a line
When you're not just like David.
A Star is Born. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, did you guys hear about that famous guy Bradley? No, you say Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain.
Have you heard about
Cumberbatch?
Paul?
Yeah.
My buddy Paul? He's
Paul
a real cool
McCartney.
guy, Paul.
Paul McCartney?
No, Paul Rudd I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know you've made it.
Exactly.
Unless you're like Zendaya or Cher or Madonna.
Well,
But also, if I just say Britney, you know who I'm talking about too.
Britney Spears.
Brittany, the girl I went to third grade with?
No, guys, Brittany Murphy.
Brittany
May
Murphy.
she rest in peace. She was a beautiful angel.
Oh,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But thanks, guys.
I ended out on a really
Yeah.
bad note. Sorry.
Well, it just happens to be
What
that way
I'm here
sometimes.
for.